Black and Published, a podcast for writers, poets, playwrights, and storytellers of all kinds. I'm your host, Nikisha Elise Williams, a 2-time Emmy Award-winning producer, award-winning author, wife, mother, sister, friend, and always and forever a Chicago girl. Southside, what's up? So, let's talk about this podcast and why it exists. Black and Published is for BIPOC literary artists who have had their work published or produced through mainstream publishers, filmmakers, or theater companies, or they've taken the indie route and released their work on their own. This podcast exists to discuss what it means to be a writer, dissect the writing process, and demystify the steps between concept and publication or production. The reason? The numbers don't lie. The New York Times found that just 5% of fiction published since 1950 was written by people of color. That's trash. Black authors in mainstream publishing, whether they write fiction or nonfiction, often don't have the advances or marketing budget behind them, and if they do, they are one of the rarefied few. So, whether the authors are indie or mainstream, I want to talk about their journey and experiences to help close the gap because representation matters. Now, the important part. Who's on the show this season? Here we go.
Writing is rewriting. And that, like Anne Lamott said, we all write shitty first drafts. It's just, unavoidable.
So I know that this was a 14-year journey for you. Why?
For feeling like I wasn't good enough, feeling like, who wants to hear from me? Who's going to even read this book? And just that self-doubt. Am I really good? Does anybody have any interest in anything that I have to say?
There was a time where I was like, getting frustrated with the publishing process on the first book. And I kind of just gave up. I just didn't say anything. I just kind of was like mentally checked out after like heavily promoting on Facebook and MySpace that this book was coming out and having people excited. And Tish was my girlfriend at the time. And she was like, "You still doing the book?"
Self-publishing is not an easy decision in 1994. There is no Amazon. There's barely an internet.
One of my favorite authors, her name is L.A. Banks. I had the pleasure of meeting with her and having a relationship with her for a couple of years. She regularly would tell me, the world needs this. And I received it. And then I was devastated when she passed away. And so then I didn't write anything at all for about 5 good years.
At the time, Barnes & Nobles wasn't really Black book friendly. So they had a Black book table. And that was it.
I might get in trouble for saying this, but it's still not really Black book friendly. But go on.
No, it's not. And you want to get in trouble for it. It's a fact. It is
I said what I said. I remember one review that said, nobody told me they was going to be hunching in this book. And I was like, oh, I got to get it.
Yeah. Come for the hunching, stay for the other stuff,
Yes, I was like, oh, I got to get it. So that's Black and Published. Season 1 kicks off January 26th. To keep up, hit that subscribe button on your podcast platform of choice. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Black and Published. That's BLK and Published. And to keep up with me, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Nikisha_Elise. Or if you really want to get to know me, head to my website, newwrites.com. That's NEWWRITES.com. Let's get it.